Hi guys, and welcome to Real Time. So, first question, what am I doing on my floor? Well, I figure we all deserve a little break after surviving Black Friday. The lines, the crowds, the budgeting. So as a treat to you guys, I wanted to do a video where I shared all of my shamelessly nerdy buys over this weekend, but also give you a chance to get to know me better beyond just my movie reviewing. So in this video, I'm going to be looking at the retail prices of these items, and I'll also share with you what I got them for. I also want to go ahead and forewarn you that this entire video is completely unscripted. I hope it turns out well. I hope that the quality is good. Haven't planned really any of the jokes. If not, sorry. Anyway, let's do this. So my first stop was at the Castle here in Lexington, Kentucky. It's a pawn shop. It is known for selling a lot of used goods. Now, I know what you're thinking. Used stuff, Joe? That's not exactly a Black Friday deal. Well, here's the thing. When it comes to the Blu Rays and the movies, I like to promote this place a lot. No, they haven't asked me to. This place really sells very high quality Blu Rays. Not the kind of stuff that you would usually see at like a half-price books where you can obviously tell it's been used. A lot of this stuff looks like it's brand new, and even sometimes comes in the film and has the stickers of the Blu-rays still intact on top. And once you see the savings that I got there, I think you'll understand why I wanted to share it with you guys. First up, Gone Baby Gone. This generally runs around $5.99. Really great movie. Excellent film. Depressing, but definitely worth a watch if you get a chance. Pitch Perfect 2. Very different note. Generally, retail runs at around $6.99. I actually really liked the first movie a lot, surprisingly so. And I recently introduced that one to my wife also. We've been wanting to see the second one, so looking forward to that. The Gambler with Mark Wahlberg and John Goodman. The beautiful. I saw this one available online for $7 on retail. This one was recommended to me from a friend. I'm really excited to try that one out. Haven't seen it yet. RoboCop, the unrated director's edition. This one generally runs at around $9.99. You can usually find it at a lot of retail stores, but you can actually see one of the points that I was making. It actually still has the Blu-ray film on it. So this is brand new. Rudy, around $9.99 for retail price. This is an excellent sports film. And I'm usually not a big person on sports myself, but I actually love sports movies. And this was actually one of my favorites. The Little Rascals. You can usually find this one with the digital copy for $9.99. The digital slip did work, by the way, and the Castle is very great at having the digital slips available, and all of the ones that I've got have worked. So, the complete Season 1 of Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I actually really liked Season 1 of this show a lot. Haven't really gotten a chance to dig into the other ones. My wife actually grabbed this, and because it was such a great buy, we decided we'd go ahead and get it. You can usually find this one for about $10. Contact. This was actually recommended to me by my wife. I haven't seen it yet. But I actually looked online for this one on Blu-ray, and it turns out it's actually kind of rare. This one, it usually runs at around $14.99. Could not find a cheaper price for this one unless you go to like eBay for like used stuff. So this was actually quite a find. Finally, Ridley Scott's Hannibal. Really like this movie a lot. It's no Silence of the Lambs, obviously, but still a very good movie. The thing about this one that really struck me was the cover art. Now, you can usually find Hannibal the film for $9.99. It's not really hard to find, but with this particular cover art, which I really, really like a lot, it actually makes this one a little bit more rare. If you were to find this brand new, you can go to Blu-ray.com. This one usually runs at around $23.99. I'm actually not factoring that price in. I'm just going to factor in the original edition of Hannibal, just to kind of even the playing field a little bit, but still excellent find for what I got. Alright, so the cost potential for 8 Blu-ray films and 1 season of a show. I'd say at best, retail-wise, you could usually find this for about $82. I got them for $23. Yeah. Alright, so this next one I'm not really factoring into my savings. I just kind of wanted to share it. I didn't save the receipt or anything. But first, I picked up a hard copy of John Wick. Absolutely love this movie so much. It's probably one of my wife's favorite action films, which makes me love her all the more. I once saw John kill a man with a pencil. Also, just for good measure, John Wick 2. Yeah, absolutely awesome follow-up to this film. I cannot wait for Chapter 3. Not quite as classic as the first one, but still a very, very good follow-up to it. I would say it's like maybe a half star down below it, but it's still a great, great movie. Okay, next we're going to be digging into some official retail. We're looking at Target next. This buy, I think it needs a little bit of explanation. So my wife's favorite video game series that she and I love to play together is Borderlands. She just is the best person. This is the game that we actually love to play as a couple together. We have played through Borderlands 2 so many times beyond count. We've played through the entire series several times. We're now going through the PlayStation 4 Handsome Collection. So to sort of commemorate all of that, we have a Moxie Rock Candy doll. This generally for retail goes at around $9 or so. So I think we got it for 10. We didn't make much of a savings there. Now, as far as myself and my favorite video game series, that can only really be Mass Effect. Anybody who knows me is going to tell you that there are two things Joe is really, really passionate about, and that's Batman and Mass Effect. I actually have the N7, I'm not sure, yeah, I think you can see it right now, the N7 Inspector symbol tattooed on my arm. I'm a huge fan, yes.
That's clear.
So to commemorate that, I got the Mass Effect Andromeda Scott Rider statuette. I love these things. The McFarlane Toys statuettes, they are so awesome and really, really detailed. And they make for great nerdy decorative pieces. These are really great. And in case you're curious as far as my thoughts on Mass Effect Andromeda, no, it's not as good as the original trilogy, but it's certainly not as bad as everybody was making it out to be. It's very playable, so whatever. If you get a chance to play it, download the patches, because yes, when it was first released, it needed some work, but once you download the patches, it gets much more playable. You know, play it. Play it for yourself. This one runs at, I saw online, for $14.99 plus shipping, so you might want to factor that into it before you purchase. I'd say standardly you'd get it around 20 bucks. So now on to one of my favorite buys for the entire day, the Stranger Things Collector's Edition. We just got through season 2 of this also. Absolutely loved this show. This is such a good throwback to those old 70s and 80s movies. They're so faithful to that kind of work. And even, look, it comes like a VHS. This is awesome. Oh, where do I open it? It's awesome. Oh, friends don't lie. I love this show so much. I'm so excited about this. Yeah, I'm gonna be decorating with this thing. This is actually only available at Target right now for $25, which is a great price for it. Great show. If you get a chance, get it. It's so good. Alright, so the cost potential for all three of these. Yeah, if you factor in the online Andromeda statuette, you're gonna be looking at around $49. I got all three of these for $50, so I lost $1 at Target. Whoops. Pops. But at least I didn't have to pay for shipping and handling. I just got them, so still a great buy, I would say. So next we're going to be moving on to Toys R Us. I really actually didn't get any savings or costs there. Pretty much everything that we got was regular priced, but whatever, I'll still share it with you guys. First off, my wife got the Newt Scamander from Fantastic Beasts, her little Funko keychain. I think we might end up putting him on our Christmas tree or something. We'll see. Next, a limited edition Snow White. This commemorates the 80-year anniversary, I believe. Is only available at Toys R Us. My wife found this, and I thought it was a very cool buy. So kudos to you, milady. Next, a very nostalgic buy for me. The Hey Arnold bobblehead. It's awesome. I absolutely love this show. It is a staple of my childhood and really my adult years. I've gone through this show now as an adult twice and once with my wife, so yeah, I'm a huge Hey Arnold fan. Finally, a Butch Coolidge figure / statuette. I absolutely love Pulp Fiction, and Bruce Willis's story is probably my favorite one in the movie. Obviously, Sam Jackson is the best character, but I think Butch's story just kind of resonates with me a lot. But I found this guy, and I had to own him. He was too cool. Too cool to pass up. Alright, so next we move on to Best Buys.
Best Buys.
Best Buy, and my first purchase was the Matrix Anniversary Blu Ray Steelbook. I love Blu Ray Steelbooks. I have a decent sized collection. I'm building it up more. Hope to have a very sizable one someday. We'll see. But obviously the Matrix, a classic action film, sci-fi action film, really. Thought this was a very cool find. Usually runs at around $10. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. This is usually priced at around $19.99. Very great movie. Appreciated it maybe even more than one or two of the Harry Potter films, of which I'm a huge fan. But still, very good find. Spider-Man Homecoming. Now, this was actually a very good deal that I got for this one. This movie, we all know how Marvel movies can be. This one right now is at around $22.99. Very hard movie to get at a reasonable price. Was very lucky at the price that I got it for. Next, Wonder Woman. Talk about a really ridiculously overpriced movie right now. I really haven't found it anywhere for less than $24.99. There's maybe a couple of deals that may inch it down to like 22-ish or so, but $24.99 is pretty standard for this one. I was very glad to get this one on sale. One of my favorite films from this past year, War for the Planet of the Apes. This was tremendous. I saw this in theaters when it first came out. I have loved this Planet of the Apes reboot. If you haven't had a chance to see it, go out there and get these movies as quickly as you can. They are so good. I've actually already opened this one up and watched it, and Black Friday was yesterday. So if that tells you anything, yeah, this is an excellent film. And now for my favorite buys from Best Buy. These two priced together are usually at around $40. So I got the Kill Bill Steelbooks of Volume 1 and 2. Tremendously awesome find for myself. These are actually my favorite Tarantino films. Not the best ones. I think that he's made a couple of others that quality-wise are better films overall. But these two just have too much personal significance for me. They are my favorite of all of Tarantino's films. And now having the Steelbooks, I am whole again. So the cost potential for 2, 4, 6, 7 Blu-rays, most of which recently came out, including 3 Steelbooks. This usually would cost you around $135. I got them for $65. Yeah, lucky me. I've improved my Steelbook collection with 2 of my favorite films. Woohoo! Next we move on to GameStop. We've got some more Funko Pops to share. First off, Carl Mordo of Doctor Strange fame. Really like Doctor Strange a lot. Kind of think that movie gets sort of a bad rap sometimes, but as a Marvel film, I loved it. I actually only have one Doctor Strange Funko Pop right now. until now, that is. I have Caecilius, which I think you can actually see behind me somewhere. But I have Carl Mordo, and also the Ancient One, who I know got blasted a lot for the whitewashing of that character, but I really liked Tilda Swinton as this character. I thought she did a tremendous job, so glad to have her Funko now. Yet another Mass Effect purchase. We have the Sarah Ryder Masked Edition that's only available at GameStop. Very good find there. She will look great along with the collection of Mass Effect Funkos that I have. At this point, I'm only missing two. I am missing Miranda Lawson and Grunt, who is ridiculously rare and expensive, and I don't think I'll ever get that. Can't believe that they haven't made Funkos of the rest of the characters. There's so many characters from Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, really, that they haven't covered yet. What's up with that? Come on, Funko, get with it. All of these Funkos usually run around $8.99. You can usually find them at. Sort of spoiled. Got them for $5. Next, for Attack on Titan fans, Mikasa Ackerman. Love this character. Super awesome anime heroine. She's the best character on the show, in my opinion. I saw an Eren Yeager statuette also of this same brand, but I didn't like the painting on it as much. I think that the details on this figure are far, far better, so I decided to just stick with this one in the end.
I'm dropping stuff.
Mikasa! Next is a very, very special purchase for me. I'm sure that a couple of times here I've mentioned that I'm a Mass Effect fan.
That's clear.
And I found this lovely treasure at GameStop. It's an Omni tool. It's an Omni tool, guys. But as a mature adult, this is strictly for decorative purposes. I'm obviously not going to try to take it out of the box or anything. Yes. Oh, yeah. I'm just going to wear this through the rest of the video. So next, a couple of video games. I got Resident Evil Biohazard. I'm a big fan of the Resident Evil series. This game usually runs at about $29.99 at this time. Got it brand new for $20, so very good find. Also, Shadow of War. This is a tremendously good deal. This is right now $59.99. I got it for $25, so very, very good deal. Next, another one of my favorite buys. Any Defenders fans? Because I got the Luke Cage statue. This thing is freaking awesome. Got this thing super, super cheap. This thing usually runs at around $36.99. I got it for $23, I believe, at GameStop. They had it on clearance, if you can believe that. This thing is like super detailed, looks awesome. Currently I'm about halfway through the Defender season. I'm loving it so far. Obviously love Daredevil, Jessica Jones. Luke Cage has very quickly grown to one of my absolute favorite characters. He and Daredevil are kind of neck and neck, with Jessica Jones kind of just barely under them. Love her also. Iron Fist kind of took some getting used to after his season. He's better in the Defender season though, so I'm enjoying him a little bit more now, but was super stoked to find this. My wife and I absolutely love this character. Alright, so the potential cost at GameStop with all of the things that I got, the statuettes, the Funkos, the video games, was around $209, so quite a lot there. I got them for $129 total, so I think I did pretty good overall. So all of this together, these two stacks next to me, everything I've shown you in this video, the potential cost is about $475. I got them for $268. So if I had to give myself a grade, yeah, I would say I get a 4 out of 5. Oh, Yeah. Now surely I was a responsible adult and stopped spending after that, right? Wrong. So our final stop was Half Price Books, and since this wasn't a part of the potential costs, I'm not going to be talking about prices here, but still found some really cool stuff. First off, this Legolas statuette, really great details on it. I think he'll look great with my Aragorn statuette that I have on my shelf right now. So that was a very, very cool find. This next one was a very special find for me. Growing up, I used to play with Star Wars action figures all the time, and as I got older, we had to get rid of a lot of that stuff. So I've been slowly building my collection of Star Wars action figures back up. And yesterday, I found my all-time favorite one when I was little. The original Star Wars Episode 1 Obi-Wan Kenobi. As a kid, you gotta understand, this was when Phantom Menace was really, like, the best thing ever. So Obi-Wan Kenobi, this action figure, was like a staple of my childhood. So finding him yesterday, my jaw dropped. And I just looked at my wife and I was like, you're not going to believe what I found. Because she's heard of me hunting this one down for a little while now. So she got excited for me and we went ahead and picked him up. So he's going to be in my collection now. Speaking of Star Wars, I got Shadows of the Empire, a hardcover copy of it. Very, very good condition. Arguably the greatest Star Wars book ever written. So if you haven't got a chance to read this one, definitely. I picked up a copy of the Pulp Fiction screenplay. Now, like I said before, I think Kill Bills 1 and 2 are my personal favorites just because they have a lot of personal significance for me. But I think Pulp Fiction is probably his best made film. So I feel like if there's any one of them worthy enough to have a screenplay to, it's this one. I mean, let's be real. I got several classic movies while I was there too. I got this really cool DVD copy of The Terminator with a holographic cover. Pretty nifty. Thelma and Louise, a special edition on DVD. I'm planning for when I get into the 1991 reviews to review this film, so this will look cool adorning my backgrounds again. Next up requires a little bit of explanation. Along with Funkos, Statuettes, Steelbooks, Blu Rays, and so forth, I also collect very special copies of VHS tapes. I think they look really cool as just like a decorative piece now. Really cool part of movie watching history for me. So every now and then I'll find them for like $1 and I'll just go ahead and pick them up. So I got Reservoir Dogs, for obvious reasons. Such an awesome movie. Mad Max. I thought that this was a very cool looking VHS. Has a very classic feel to it. Just kind of weird how things play out that way, right? I don't know. Next, a very cool copy of The Silence of the Lambs. Again, this is probably one of my all-time favorite movies. I saw this one. It still had wrappings on it, but they really weren't doing anything to really preserve it, so I just kind of took them off. They were kind of half falling off anyway, but still a very cool find.
People will say we're in love.
This next one, I can tell you about. It's just I have to kind of keep my voice down. It's a surprisingly new copy of Pretty Woman. Very cool find, very glossy. Okay, look, sorry, it's just my wife has this sort of celebrity rivalry thing with Julia Roberts. I don't know. It's just this weird sort of...
Joe! What are you doing?
Nothing. Just, videoing for real time.
Oh, it's funny because I was just next door and I thought I heard the name Julia.
Why did you hear that?
I also thought I heard Pretty Woman.
You're a pretty woman.
That Julia Roberts thinks she can do whatever she wants. Well, have fun with your video, sweetie.
Thanks. Okay. Just to let you guys know, I am doing a review for that movie for this series of 1990, so look forward to that. I'm gonna die. So this last purchase is probably my favorite of the day. It's gonna require a little bit of maneuvering just because of The sheer size of this thing. Just look at that. It's awesome. Yeah, this one, actually, I'll tell you a price about this one. This was originally priced at $70. I got it for $25. My wife says that we can hang it downstairs in our kitchen. I love it. My background is the first cover of Batman. And I'm wearing an Omni tool. I just need a minute. Guys, it's been a lot of fun getting a chance to share all of these thoughts with you. I hope you had some success stories with your Black Friday, so please feel free to share them down below in the comments. I'd love to read those. Appreciate you again so much for watching, and keep your eyes on that clock, because you're on Real Time with Joe. Actually, if you... the microphone, so, which is right here.
Okay. That's Julia Roberts thinks she can do whatever she wants.
Oh, gosh. I'll lower this a little for you. It's a little more level with you now. And then just
'Twas
like...
brillig and the slithy tove did gyre and gimble in the wabe. All mimsy were the borgoves and the mome raths outgrabe. I'm done.
Okay.
Okay.